Hi, my name is Jim Barrett. I'm a professional tank truck driver and driver trainer for Quality Carriers for over 20 years. The purpose of this video today will be to go over safety precautions and several key items of inspection on your trailer prior to loading. Those inspections are very important and need to be checked to ensure that your trailer is not going to leak in transit. You want to chalk your wheels on both sides to ensure that your trailer is not going to roll. This is a jack stand. You want to put the jack stand under the nose of your trailer. In the event that your dollies will not hold up when you're loading the process, and the nose of the trailer can come down on the top of the jack stand, so the trailer will not fall on the ground. Now we will start the preload inspection part of your checks. First thing you're going to check is you're going to check your inspection decals and make sure that they're within the dates of the time you're going to load the trailer. The very important one you want to check is the VIK. That's a yearly inspection. If those are without, or if those inspections are outside the 1 year period of time, stop. Don't load the trailer. Notify your supervisor. The next item we're going to check is going to be your wash ticket. It's going to typically be in your document box on the nose of the trailer. On that wash ticket, it'll say pH level. It'll be highlighted in yellow. If it's not on the trailer, stop, notify your supervisor to correct the problem. Your systematic inspection, which is the carrier's inspection date, it should be within 60 days. And if that's not correct, if it's outside the 60-day limit, you should stop your operation and notify your supervisor. This is your emergency shutoff. In the event that your trailer is leaking and you cannot shut the valve off or your pump off, you just come over here to your emergency shutoff valve, break this thing off, and the internal valve will close and the trailer won't leak from that point. This is your nameplate data. The two areas you have to concern yourself with is the gallons, 7,000 gallons in this case, and the DOT specification, which is a 407 stainless. There could be some products that you will load that require a 307 stainless. Look at your load specs prior to loading the trailer. Make sure this trailer is compatible for the product you're loading. This is your external and internal valves. To check the cleanliness of your internal valve and the external valve, you want to open up your external valve slightly and then remove the collar. And remove your external valve or your quick release bonnet. Check to make sure your gasket is in place, it's not torn or got any gouges in it. Make sure your relief cap is here, your nut is on, and your cotter pin is in place. And make sure this area is clean. Make sure your flange area or your contact surface is clean and with no burrs. Inside your QRB valve, Make sure it's clean. Using a flashlight, check your elbow from your internal valve. Make sure it's clean and there's no residue in there. Check your gasket. Make sure your gasket is in place and it's not torn. And your contact surface is free of burrs. Put your QRB valve back in place. Fasten your collar around your QRB valve and tighten down your wing nut. Your wing nut should be tightened, hand tight. Do not put any extreme pressure on your wing nut. Close your QRB valve, or external valve. This is your packing nut right here. Tighten your packing nut down, hand tight. Do not put any more pressure on your packing nut, as you will mushroom the packing inside here and cause this to leak. Your dust cover. Take your dust cover off. Check your gasket. Make sure your gasket is in good repair. And that it's the right gasket for the chemicals that you're going to load on the trailer. This is your elbow. You want to check your elbow. Using a flashlight, look up in your elbow to make sure your elbow is clean. Make sure your contact surface is free of burrs to where your dust cap will make a complete seal. Use your hand lever, turn it to the open position and pump your internal valve until it completely opens. When it stops, don't continue to pump. It's completely open now. Now you can close it using your hand lever. You put your dust cap back on. Make sure your dust cap is tight. Now your trailer is ready to be loaded. Your valves are secured. All right, we're in the dome area. Prior to opening your dome, just to make sure that you got no air pressure in your trailer, you want to remove your end cap and open your valve, your air valve, to relieve any pressure that might have accumulated in the trailer during transit. Once you open your air valve, you got no air pressure coming out of the trailer. You loosen up your wing nuts. Open your dome. In your dome, you want to ensure that your dome lid is clean underneath. Your gasket is in good condition. There's no tears in your gasket, so you get a tight fit. Once the dome is closed, you want to check your dome surface. Make sure there's no burrs to where it has the potential to tear your gasket. That could cause a leak. as the trailer is being in transit. Look down inside, make sure the trailer is clean. Check your manhole cover, make sure you got no residue on the inside, and it's clean. Then you lower your dome down. You want to check your swing bolts. Make sure your swing bolts are in good working order. And then tighten down your dome. If you're loading your trailer from the bottom, you would then tighten your dome. If you're loading your trailer from the top, you obviously would not tighten this down until you get your trailer loaded. When you're securing your dome with whatever tool that you have at your disposal, you want to crisscross your dome as you're tightening it. Go from one side to the other, from one side to the other. Draw your dome down evenly to where it's got a good seal. Then you want to close your air valve. And you want to put your end cap on. Now your trailer is sealed from the top. And the last item you want to check is make sure your washout caps are tight. Sometimes you'll have one on the dome, sometimes they'll be in the crash box, and sometimes they'll be on the outer portions of your trailer. But you always want to make sure they're tight. Leaks can develop from those clean out ports, so you want to ensure that those things are tight. There you have it. We reviewed the purpose of your safety precautions. We reviewed the purpose of checking your trailer to ensure that all openings in your trailer are closed and the trailer is ready to be loaded. You, as the loader, have a responsibility. If you see something that's wrong during your preload inspection, stop your operation, say something to your supervisor so that the problem can be corrected.